Today, we're going to be talking about geometry. Geometry is the study of shapes. Now, today's lesson is going to be review for some of you, but it's really important that we know this information for the rest of the unit. So I still want you to listen really carefully. Okay, well, when it comes to identifying shapes, there are three parts that I want us to focus on today. Those are sides, angles, and faces. Let's talk about what those words mean in the context of geometry. Let's start with sides. This square has 4 sides. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Sides are line segments that join together to make the shape. Let's take a look at a different shape, like this triangle. How many sides does that have? Let's count. 1, 2, 3. 3 sides. Those are sides. Alright, now let's talk about angles. This square has 4 angles. 1, 2, 3, 4. When looking for angles, we want to look at where the sides meet. And that space in between those 2 sides is the angle. Let's look at another example, like this triangle. I see that 2 lines, or 2 sides, meet there. Okay, so I can identify that that space is an angle. And I see a second angle here, and a third angle here. This triangle has 3 angles. Those are angles. Now let's talk about faces. This square has 1 face. A face, in the context of geometry, is simply a flat surface. This becomes important when we start talking about 2-dimensional shapes versus 3-dimensional shapes. For example, this 2-dimensional square has 1 face, but this 3-dimensional cube has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces, or flat surfaces. This 2-dimensional triangle only has 1 face, but this 3-dimensional pyramid has 1, 2, 3, 4 faces. Now don't worry if that seems kind of confusing right now. We're going to talk a lot more about 2-dimensional shapes and 3-dimensional shapes later in the week. Right now, all I want you to remember is that this flat surface and this flat surface is a face. Okay? Let's take a look at a couple more shapes together before we move on. What about this circle? How many sides does that have? I see no straight lines. That circle has 0 sides. Now, how many angles does it have? Well, if it has 0 sides, there's nowhere where the sides come together. It has 0 angles. How many faces does it have? It is a 2-dimensional shape. It has 1 face. What about this hexagon? How many sides does that have? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sides. How many angles? Let's find them and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 angles. How many faces? That's right, it's a two-dimensional shape. It only has one face. Now that we know how to identify sides, angles, and faces, I have a challenge for you. I want you to draw a shape. It could be any shape. It could look like this, or maybe like this. It could even look like that. Whatever shape you draw, I want you to identify how many sides it has, how many angles it has, and how many faces it has. Most importantly, have fun with it. Bye.